I am in Orlando, Florida today with Eric Norber. Eric brought me back from Switzerland in the Vision Jet, my first 25 hours. Biggest challenge of my life. I've been dying for a new challenge, and that was a float plane. This is his float plane, a Piper Cub, and I was like, what better person to teach me, or at least dive me into it, than Eric? He's gonna take me today on water, on grass, and on cement with this float plane. I've never landed on water, never landed on grass.
Never flown a Piper Cub.
And a Piper Cub. I am so pumped. So I thought I'd show you what it's like at a grass airport, what it's like at a water, what do they call airport?
Seaplane base.
Seaplane base, and then a really nice airport, what it's like at a FBO. Anything that anyone should know about a grass airport that we should talk about?
Well, just really easy. At grass airports like this, we're out in the countryside here, and it's like old time flying. It's kind of old hangars, and you don't need a radio. You don't, you know, it's just kind of like the old feeling of flying like it used to be, 1940s when Cubs were starting to be built. So grass runways are very forgiving, not like a pavement runway where, you know, you feel, you'll see in just a few minutes how easy it is to fly off a grass runway. So we'll take off from here and we'll go up and land in the water.
First place, where are we going?
We're gonna go to America's seaplane capital, Tavares, Florida. We're gonna land on Lake Dora. Okay. We're gonna park the plane at the seaplane base and
is there food?
Go grab a bite to eat. Let's go do it.
Okay, let's go.
Bob Wakefield, Piper Float Cub, taking the active runway 27, departing to the north, Bob Wake.
I'm so excited. I feel like we're taking a Honda Civic on a dirt road.
At night when we shouldn't be. All right, Will Dryden, you ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Setting full power. Orlando North Airpark, rest Avia, turn in final 27, Orlando North Airpark, touch and go.
The wind on you is so freeing.
Look at that.
Were you just testing to see if I had my hand on the stick?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep the flaps in for a minute. It'll help us climb.
This is awesome.
Looking around for other airplanes, seaplanes on the water, in the air. We have the least rights. Every boat takes right of way over us.
Okay.
All right, no boats, no people in the water in front of us, no airplanes taking off.
Gears up.
Gear is up for a water landing, but we're not slow enough.
Gear is up for water landing.
There's our acknowledgement.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Second notch of flaps.
I was wondering what that jerk was.
What'd you call me?
What?
Look how slow this thing flies.
Wow. 50 knots right now.
Yeah.
We're in the flare attitude.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Woo!
We are on the water.
That was rad. It was way different than our first landing in Farnborough.
Your first landing, yeah. Man, 30 knot blowing sideways rain, crosswinds.
We were landing at 30 knots.
Just now.
Literally.
Yeah. Guess what we're about to do now? Put the landing gear down in the water.
Oh, because we're going to go on the shore?
We're going to drive up right onto a ramp and park up on the parking ramp.
That's rad.
So once again, we're about to go from a watercraft to a land craft.
I feel like one of those old cars that used to drive.
Yeah, amphi car.
Yeah. We landed on water. Well, I did like 30%. He probably did 70% it. It was pretty cool. Landed with the floats. After we landed, we put landing gear down in the water. In the water. We added power, taxied on land, up, and parked. That's trippy.
At Tavares Seaplane Base. Tavares, as a city, now calls itself America's Seaplane City.
This place is amazing. We're walking up on a place where seaplanes come and park right here. Eric, let's talk about when the parking ramp we came into is full, what do these guys do?
So for any seaplane that's coming to Tavares, if it's a seaplane that has landing gear, amphibious they call it, you could taxi up like we did and park your plane. You can even buy fuel here. There's a pilot shop. If the ramp is a little bit full, you can always just taxi your seaplane right up here on the shore, and they've got anchored tie-down spots where you can tie the tail of your plane up and just leave it here while you go out, go listen to some music, have some lunch, enjoy the city, then just hop back in your plane and off you go.
Oh, you got it. Part of being a pilot is knowing how to get in airport gates. This has got to be a joke. This is a charter too. Insurance company ain't gonna like that.
Somebody could definitely slip and hurt themselves.
I'd lose my bananas if I was the boss. That actually would look right on your airplane.
Right?
The color. Okay, we conquered the seaplane base. We found the shade. I conquered a hamburger.
Destroyed it.
Destroyed it.
We're gonna, with our gear down, we're gonna taxi down off the ramp into the water. We have to remember to put the gear up in the water.
Yeah.
Then we'll find which direction the wind is coming from.
Okay.
We'll taxi out and then we'll take off into the wind. At the grass strip, one of the things to keep in mind is there's no tower. It's old world, old time aviation. There might be other Piper Cubs without a radio, without an electrical system, not talking to any, just out there with the windows open, and that's it.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Where are we at?
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. Kissimmee. Okay.
No. Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. Okay, we're in Kissimmee for ISM. We're at Kissimmee, and it's a cement runway. And I got to admit, I like it better than grass and water. Grass and water was so cool. I mean, I was giddy, I was laughing, but there's only one reason why I can say 100% I love it more. You know why?
Why?
Air conditioning.
Not out here.
No. It's hot in Florida. And Signature, this is an FBO, fixed base operator. They got air conditioning inside. They got snacks, they got ice cold water, they got coffee.
They take care of you.
They take care of you.
Yeah.
They fuel your airplane. All those places that you went,
You do it yourself.
Actually, when they came up to you here, you took the hose and you wanted to fill it up. Why?
Well, the fuel caps on my airplane are just so high, you got to climb up to the top of the plane. But if I had any other type of airplane, they would have been out there fueling it for us.
But most of the time, pull up in the Vision Jet, first class service.
Red carpet.
Red carpet. Signature, this is my place to come. But I will come and have fun with you any day. So last leg, where are we going?
We're going up to Lake Irma to my house, and we're going to land in the lake. That won't be the hard part. The hard part's going to be after we land, docking the airplane at the dock.
I saw your dock too, it's really small.
Very narrow, you're coming in with the engine running, you've got to time it right, you've got to check the wind, you've got to make sure you're not coming in too fast.
Yeah.
You've got to shut down the engine and jump out of the airplane and grab the dock, all while you're moving across the lake.
Let's go, jump out.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Listo, as they say
Listo.
all over California. I actually prefer the Spanish language. It's like there's passion behind it.
They are a very passionate people.
That was like Pepe Le Pew. A little more French. I've had so much fun today, but you've worn me out.
I've worn you out.
I'm ready for
Half a beer and a nap?
and some aloe vera.
Oh, yeah.
This is California, guys, not used to this much sun. We get a lot of sun, but this is special.
Yeah. Off the brakes, we use rudder. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not even gonna touch the yoke to put back pressure on it.
Just wants to fly.
I'm gonna see. I think it's trimmed a little nose down, yeah.
Runway 6, report the traffic is high.
We'll report traffic inside of 1 Bravo Charlie.
What a day.
Bye, Signature.
Bye-bye.
You can see your rental car right down there.
Oh, yeah.
That's my little white dock we're
Here's
gonna
up to
go
water
to.
landing.
November 729 Victor Sierra, fly the 92 departure, runway 7, full length, clear for takeoff.
All right, 92 full length, clear for takeoff.
Here is up for water landing.
Victor Sierra.
I'm just coming around to the west and we'll land to the east.
Okay.
Hey, Tavares, 600, Joseph.
I wonder how the neighbors feel about it.
They love it.
November 600,
The house I'm flying over, he's a SR-22 pilot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Northwest of the field, they're going to be a full stop, runway 7, clear to land.
Okay, this is awesome. Yes. Yes. And then you're home.
Yep.
It was a great commute.
Right?
Oh, that was so much funner than flying 20 minutes in this thing.
It's beautiful.
Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy.
Have you done this before? Oh, hi, dog.
Mr.
Are you the wet
Brew.
one?
Yeah, he was.
Hi, Brew. You dried quick. It's hot here. Hi, Brew. Watch out for the gators.
Best part of my day, really, the entire day. Flying around, water landings, everything we did today. Best day.
I was behind the curve all day. You're like, let's go to grass. Let's go to water. Gear down, gear up. Wait, we're in the water and gear down?
Right?
No,
That changes everything.
Okay, the best part of my day was landing on water for the first time. That was really not as eventful as I thought it'd be.
But it's fun.
It's fun. Like when the splash happens, we're like, oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
I'm on water.
Yeah.
And the takeoff isn't like, I'm taking off. It's just like an elevator.
Yeah, you just sort of lift off.
That was rad. Grass, not sure I'm as much of a fan that like this.
That taxiway was bumpy.
That was bumpy.
Yeah,
Not totally my thing.
yeah.
The number one thing for me in Florida is air conditioning. I love going to Signature FBO.
You can't beat landing somewhere where the red carpet gets rolled out. You walk right inside, they fuel your plane, and you just kick back and enjoy the cold air. So what do you think? Float Cub.
I would not buy it,
Yeah,
but I would want to have a friend that had it.
that's a good friend to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I would go in it maybe half dozen times a year.
yeah. Go splash around, go have lunch. It's not a go somewhere airplane.
No.
It's a just go up and have fun airplane.
That is, I think that's probably 10 years from now in my life because I'm going places a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's end the day with a tip for the world with float planes.
It's hard to have more fun than landing an airplane on the water. It's a whole new set of knowledge and mechanics, and it's a fun adventure.
It's a lost skill.
Yeah.
I learned to fly stick and rudder. I haven't used it in 20-something years.
Yeah, stick and rudder.
It was-
You asked me, how do I know if I'm coordinated in the plane? You
You
feel
it. And then I would remember my instructor like yelling at me 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you idiot, you feel it.
Yeah.
You were nicer than he was.
So you know what? This just sharpens your flying skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stick and rudder. You got to feel this airplane.
My flying skills are like this. I stretch my finger.
Autopilot on.
Autopilot. Oh,
There you go.
okay, where's the coffee?
400 feet, autopilot on. Auto throttle's on.
I take it to 600 now.
Okay, that's
It's capped
good.
altitude.
That's good.
Stretch
There
my
you
brain a
go.
little
There you
bit.
go. Here's to a great day.
You know what? Here's the watered down beer. He had a refrigerator that was unplugged because he painted his house, so it was unplugged for 3 days, warm beer. So we put whiskey cubes in the already watered down beer.
It's just called improvising.
As a pilot, you need to improvise.
Yeah, and have slightly cold beer.
Watered down.